Hey everybody, what's up? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. I know things look a little different. I've recorded like this before. Basically I record like this when I don't have the opportunity to actually like sit down and sit by my little station and give y'all like a foolproof review. So basically this is gonna be like a long story short because I did want to miss talking about it, but we are gonna get into Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Part 3, the finale reunion of the season. It basically gave us enough, but there definitely were some questions still to be had in this, Kathy situation, Kathy, Lisa, Erika situation. But, I mean, at the end of the day, Kathy did that. She did it. She's a rich white woman who had a rich white woman moment, and she's trying to hide it behind the fact that she is Miss Hilton. Hiding behind that last name does a lot when you have such a prestigious, lineage. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into Housewives of Beverly Hills. I apologize if this review is a little bit shorter or just not what y'all are used to, but I just gotta do this because your girl, I'm in full auntie mode today. I gotta drop my niece and nephew off at their basketball tryouts. Everything. It's just going up today. So y'all bear with me here, okay? Ooh, sorry y'all. That's kind of gross. I hate my nose. I feel like I'm coming down with something too. Like I'm just cold. It's just a whole lot. It's just a whole lot going on. But yeah, Beverly Hills. Okay, so basically, we kind of start off this little section talking about Erika and basically how her life is going since, the downfall of her life, y'all. She just a huge ass fall from grace. She was living in this, palace. Now she's living in a condo. And she's having to do everything on her own. So she just had a very big kind of drunk spurt this season. And it had people concerned. Everybody was looking at Erika like, bitch, what's wrong with you? And the only two words that she could keep saying was, I'm lit. I'm lit. I'm lit. I'm lit. That's literally all she kept saying. Because, bitch, she was mixing the alcohol and the prescription meds. White people love a good mixture. I call it the Desperate Housewives cocktail. Mix a little bit of that prescription, that RX, okay? With that vodka, that gin and tonic, that Chardonnay, okay? And they be off the wall. But yeah, she basically admitted to Andy, like, I know I was a mess this season. I didn't have to watch that shit back to know that I was a mess. I was going through a lot. It's just me. I'm doing all these legal battles. Of course he asked about how Garcelle was on that ass talking about, oh, she's like, oh, you're just trying to make me look bad. Bitch, I ain't gotta do that. You can do that on your own. That whole stung. Everybody's face said, oh, Everybody looked at Garcelle like, oh, and okay. But, Garcelle basically said, like, it wasn't looking good, Erika. Like, you were doing a lot. You were saying a lot. Then you attacked my son. That wasn't a good moment. So, of course, Erika apologized for that. She apologized that she didn't, and then she didn't, or she obviously, recognizes that she was messed up for what she said to Jax. Garcelle wanted to know why him, like, why was it him? And Erika wanted to just clarify, like, it wasn't just because it was your son. I was just being irresponsible. I believe Erika in that moment, it was basically like whoever in that moment was around her could have got it. Like, I don't think it was just a particular reason of it being Garcelle's son. But, it just played to the fact that, like, bitch, you was out of line this season. You was going through a lot, understood. I'm going to give Erika that little bit of grace of trying to, like, bitch, I need to numb the pain for a little bit, which is why I'm like, she got some time. I'm going to give her some time to just collapse, okay? In a moment like this, you got to break down. You got to break down before you build up. So I'm willing to look at Erika and be like, bitch, I know. I'm sure it sucks. But I'm also not going to, like, not check her in the moment of wrongness, which that definitely was wrong. Who else was wrong in that moment? Kyle, Dorit. Y'all want to sit there and laugh about that shit, okay? Thinking it was funny. And Garcelle had to look at y'all like, oh, this is funny? All you and Mauricio and PK thinking it's funny? Kyle coming with the, I didn't see it, so, but when I looked back at it, I definitely was devastated. I was hurt. Me and Dorit were hurt. Here go Dorit with this fucking just drama, just dramatic as fuck. I know he was wrong, Garcelle. And, it was like I was stabbed in the stomach. I couldn't really tell. And with you laughing with Kyle, you saw it. So, like, that's the thing. Like, Dorit, you saw it. But it was cool because you and Kyle are right? But like Garcelle said, had that been me, like Kyle said, you are a devoted mother, so had somebody told your child to fuck off, you think you would. And especially Garcelle, the way y'all already with the microaggressions with it, y'all wouldn't have ran that shit into the ground. Oh yeah. We already know how that would have went. But Kyle and Dorit definitely are kind of the little soul sisters that be fucking up together, and they want to come back and be like, oh yeah, I was just so hurt, you know, I was devastated. It was like somebody shot me. Like, Dorit, girl, stabbed to the stomach. Like, shut your ass up. But of course, Erika, you know, she has some good news though, at least, because she sorry y'all, I'm moving my hand, I'm trying to hold this camera up. She got some good news, at least, about one of her cases being dropped. You know, she read it out loud that, you know, Erika Jayne was found not guilty in the case of so-and-so. And of course, people are looking at her because, you know, she has all these rags and riches in the midst of other people literally losing their whole families and whatnot. So, so it's kind of hard to see her walking around with these $1 million earrings. And granted, like she said, she's had them hoes for 15 years. Like, they're hers, and she gonna wear them until the judge say, give me that, you know, and that's what she did. She's like, literally after we left Colorado, the judge ordered for them, and they got them. And he's like, so are you getting the earrings back? She's like, we're filing an appeal for legal purposes. And he's like, right, so you're trying to get them back. We're filing an appeal for legal purposes. We're saying the same thing. We aren't, but we are, for legal purposes. It's like, bitch, you want your earrings back. Just say it. Like, ain't nobody mad you want your earrings back, bitch. Like, them is they valuable. Understood. Like, understood. Erika, it is very much understood. You want your motherfucking earrings back. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to hold this a different way. My wrists are so bad. I think I'm getting that like old people's disease, carpal tunnel and shit. Yeah, Erika, I ain't mad. Get your whatever is valuable that you can keep that can save you later on down the line. Like, I ain't mad. At first, I was like, Erika, bitch, like, this ain't a good look. It is not a good look to keep these earrings, but if I were to put myself in Erika's shoes, like, I'm not mad. Like, I get it. Like, I'm just, like, we gotta think, like, you know, of course, Andy asked the other ladies if they would have kept it, and they're like, Erika's like, right. Let you hoes be my position and let's see if y'all say the same thing. So after that, they get into like how she talked to Tom, and she's like, yeah, you know, I talked to him last week. And he's like, why do you talk to him knowing that he's, you know, guilty of all these things? And she was like, humanity. I think she feels bad for Tom and the fact that here's this old, decrepit, dementia-ass man. And she already has a soft spot for the older homes because of what happened to her grandma or some shit like that. So she has a soft spot for people in that kind of like senile state. What else did they talk about with Erika? Oh, her getting a lot of dick. She like, when last time you had sex? She's like, last night. Look, I had to relieve some stress before I come and talk to you hoes for y'all run my blood pressure up, okay? She like, it's been nice not having to worry about if it can get up and stay up. I said, ooh. Yikes. But we knew that already, bitch. Like, we knew that already. You and Garcelle asked you that question. So what's sex like? And you tried to sit there and be like, you would be surprised. Bitch, we know y'all wasn't fucking like that. Y'all wasn't fucking. Like, if you had sex with him, it definitely was giving real. Let me know ahead of time so I can pop this pill. You know, that old wrinkly ass dang-a-lang, like, oh, just limp noodle. Don't worry about your limp noodle. Like, it was giving real limp noodle base. I bet the shit's probably uncircumcised, so the hella foreskin on that bitch. Like, ooh, Erika, you was sucking on that nasty ass wee wee. Okay, she's I need to get dicked down from the bike, expeditiously. So yeah, that was very funny. With Erika's segment, y'all know what it was. Like, she did have a very emotional moment because, of course, people are looking at her like, because Kyle, like, it came up about how Kyle and everybody else was dealing with her kind of blow up in Colorado. And of course she's like, you know, everybody wants to berate me, you know, and all this type of stuff and worry about what I'm doing. But you know, I'm fighting, you know, this is a very like layered case. Like I'm dealing with a lot of legal things. Like even though she might be not guilty in one case, shit, she really got like 10 more. So it's like for her, she's not really able to like catch her breath. She's waiting to exhale. So they bring up like her, obviously her talking about, I don't give a fuck about nobody else but me. Everybody was like, girl, you can't say that out loud. Like, bitch, you can't say that in public when there's victims. And that's what she's like. It was just like, could you imagine somebody throwing in your face like, oh, but there's dead people? And Kyle's like, but that's anybody's response. Like, because bitch, there is. And all Erika wants to say, but they're not my victims. Nobody's saying that they are. Like, everybody understood, Erika, they're not your victims, but you still have some type of duty to just be like, you know what, I hope these people are paid in full. I sympathize for their family and their losses. Like, she's just not doing it, and she keeps trying to say like, oh, you know, I'm empathizing, and everybody's like, but you're not. Like, you're not really empathizing. You just keep throwing out there like, I'm okay. Like, I gotta make sure I'm okay first. And she used that analogy of like, oh, you weren't wanting me to do this, but you know, when they say when the plane goes down, put your mask on first, I'm just putting on my mask. She's like, well, saying that's better than what you said in Colorado. But even in saying that, Erika, even in saying that has nothing to do with the fact that you can still say something in regards to just like an acknowledgement of understanding. Like, Girardi did these people fucked up. He got their money. But like I said, I watched enough Law and Order to know that sometimes when you say I'm sorry, like it's an admission of guilt. And I think that's what her lawyers are basically telling her. Don't you apologize. Don't you say no shit that make it seem like you guilty. That's what I feel like is happening. Because ain't no way it's this hard to sit there and be like, you know what? Damn, I hope these people get rectified for what happened to them. Like, it ain't that hard. She, like I said, she had an emotional moment, and she was like, Kyle also had to let it know, bitch, you ain't the only one fighting, because everybody else had to take, some licks for you too, because if we're hanging out with you, everybody's looking at us like y'all hanging out the bitch who stole people's money, like dead, widows, burn victims, and orphans, and like if we hanging out with you, like we gotta take that hit too. Of course, Erika's like, oh, Kyle, don't you do that. Like, really? She's like, no, for real. And I can understand, like, girl, we hang out with you. Like, we hang out with you. So, yeah, people gonna look at us like guilty, almost like birds of a feather flock together type shit. I'm taking a hit trying to be your fucking friend. So, bitch, be glad. But in the same time, like, don't be saying no wild shit because I can't defend it. Like, she wanted Kyle to be more neutral. And she's like, I was until you said that shit. Like, that's why I'm trying to help your ass. But Erika, I tell you one thing, Erika, she gonna stand 10 toes down on what she say. She gonna say with her whole ass chest. Yeah, so there wasn't a little, like I said, emotional moment from Erika when she basically was like, I'm just dealing with this on my own. Cause it was brought up about all the belongings and stuff like that, and she was like, materialistic things, houses, those come and go. I'm not worried about that shit. Like, y'all gotta understand, like, I'm worried about me. And then it just got super duper quiet. And then she just kind of starts tearing up. And then she's like, can I have a napkin or a tissue? And like, it got just real quiet. Everybody's just looking at her tear up. And I believe those tears. Do I want to say I feel bad for this bitch? Like, in a way I do, because imagine you taking the brunt of something that you didn't do. Like, if I'm putting myself in Erika's shoes of like, she isn't the one who defrauded these people. She isn't the one who stole their money. Yes, did she benefit from it in some way? Yeah, but overall, she's not the one who like did the wrongdoing. So for her to be in the lawsuit trouble and for Tom to be the one that did all the shit and low-key is escaping it because he done went AWOL in his brain. He done got senile and all types of shit. So he did all the bad shit and is escaping the accountability just like a white man is able to. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. Done dropped my phone. Just like a white man is able to. I feel bad for her in that essence. Like, bitch, my whole life was ripped from me. And here it is. I got a long, long line of legal battles. This shit is expensive. That's why I'm trying to get these motherfucking earrings back, you know? So, of course, we got to move on to the grand resistance of having Miss Kathy come out. Miss Kathy. Y'all, she came out her little pretty in pink. Kyle been crying since been crying. Y'all, I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. Kyle was pissing me off with this damn crying. Like, bitch, I get you sad, but crying to that extent, like, damn. Like, can you stop crying for 10 minutes to just explain some shit? But I think Kyle is just overwhelmed with the fact that, like, here we go again. Kathy's blaming me for some shit that isn't even my fault. Like, what the fuck? And I think that's why, like, they're long. There's clearly a beefage between these two. And I think it's more on Kathy's side. I feel like Kyle's doing her shit in defense of the fact that Kathy keeps clearly, like she said in her head, putting these expectations on Kyle that she's not telling Kyle about. And so when Kyle doesn't do it, Kyle's over there like, what the fuck are you talking about? For example, with the Kimosabi thing. But yeah, we'll get to that. So Kathy came out talking about, hi girls. And of course they pan the camera to Lisa and she just looking like, bitch. Bitch, old ass hag. We get to Kathy and of course her this damn tequila montage. Kathy, yes, everybody wants their business on there. But how many times is somebody supposed to drink your tequila, give a PSA for it, give a goddamn infomercial on it? Like, how many times did you want these ladies to do it? So then when they get to Kimosabi and we see the 818, Lisa, now you need to quit motherfucking lying. You know good and well you ordered that 818 to get under Kathy's skin. You know you did that. Because you put the emphasis on my friend Kendall Jenner's tequila. Oh, that's my friend Kendall Jenner's tequila. Kathy, my 818. Like, bitch, Kathy was mad. So, of course, when she gets mad, she always expects Kyle to be her road dog. And then when she don't, she gets pissed off and, like, berates her. But you want her to be her road dog, but you beating her up in the process. Like, no. No and no. Just because you're my sister don't mean I gotta ride for you, especially if you're an asshole to me. So Andy asked her about the Kimosabi situation, like what set her off, and she was like, you know, I had it in my head that, you know, this was, you know, we were going to Kimosabi and I saw all the tequilas, like I just had it in my head that, you know, it was my fault, you know, I shouldn't put expectations on people. And so Kyle turns to her and was like, so right, again, my fault, like it's my fault, again, it's always my fault. And so it's like, Kathy, for you to sit there and feel like this scene was supposed to be for you and clearly this was Kyle's moment, because Kyle has always talked about Kimosabi. She talked about how her family, her husband always come to this place. So how did all of a sudden this become an infomercial for you? Like, that's that white bullshit, that white woman privileged ass Hilton bullshit, because you feel like every moment is supposed to be about you. And when it ain't, you get mad. And then you want Kyle to back you up, but you beat her up in the process. So now Kyle's looking like, once again, it's my fault. Like, how is Lisa, was I supposed to tell Lisa, don't order the fucking tequila? Like, what did you want from her? What did you want? Like, she kept saying, it's my fault. I shouldn't have put expectations on people. So it's very obvious what Kathy does. She has this idea in her head of what she wants people to do around her. She don't tell them nothing. She just concocts this plan in her head. And then when people don't go along with that plan, it's like, oh, I just set myself up for disappointment. You're not telling people what the fucking plan is, Kathy. So how's anybody supposed to go along with it, you dumbass? Like, Kathy pissed me off. Just Kyle did too, but you can see there's some ways about Kathy that is just very unappealing. And it just goes along with her white privilege. So, of course, we got to talk about after, you know, Kimosabi. They want to go to this little club or whatever. And now we got to get to the nitty gritty. We got to get to the nitty gritty, y'all. So, they make it to whatever club it is. And so, basically, Kathy said at the club, she wanted to give the DJ a little bread, you know, buy him off a little bit to play some music that she wanted. So she goes up there and basically he gave her the real big F you, fuck off. Like, I'm in the midst of my job. I got this curated for this. ambiance. Like, here you come, thinking you gonna throw some Benjamins in my face and I'm supposed to jump. And I'm sure that's, like she said, I went to the little manager or club owner or whatever and asked, like, okay, well, this is what they do all the time, like when I'm in France, And so he asked, oh, where are you from? And she's like, LA. And he was like, well, go back to LA. Bitch, tell Kathy go back to LA. So she goes over to Kyle. Everybody's like, so what happens next? Everybody had the same look on their face, like, woo, bitch, it got bad. Kathy was having a fit, okay? She was pissed off and was ready to head at, okay? So she goes over to Kyle. She didn't say, like Kyle said, you didn't come over to me and say, oh my God, he was being an asshole. Here are my feelings. You came over like, we're leaving now and you better leave with me. Like, she wants Kyle to jump. When she says jump, she wants Kyle to say how high. So, of course, Kyle, in the midst of having a good time with everybody else, then on top of that, the way you come to me, no, bitch, I'm not leaving with you, and you just came at me like that. No. So, everybody sees Kathy is going off, and so Lisa's like, I was like, fine, then I'll go with her. So, Lisa's like, that's where it started. We got in a sprinter, and that's where it started. You can tell Kathy knew Lisa was on to something, because the minute she started touching some stuff, she kept trying to overtalk Lisa. She kept trying to overtalk her. Lisa was like, yeah, we got in the car. And then at that, Kathy, you basically admitted it. Like, you literally kind of low-key snitched on yourself because you were like, you know what? I got in the car thinking I was talking to a longtime friend. Me and Lisa have known each other for a long time. And I was venting, And then she kind of called Lisa up with the, well, Lisa, you want to talk about me? But don't you remember a moment where you were like, I get it, preaching to the choir. Lisa got real quiet. She got real stuck on mute, talking about, no, I don't remember. I don't recall. So you don't recall what you said, but you remember everything that Kathy said, Lisa? You don't remember what you said, but you remember what Kathy said. Do y'all believe Lisa said, oh, I agree, because I do. I believe Lisa said some shit within that argument that was probably in agreement to what Kathy said, which is why she felt okay to keep going and going and going and going, because Lisa, I think, was co-signing some shit that she was saying. So, of course, Lisa was like, the things that you said were just, I can't believe I had to witness it. It was so vile. Talking about, oh, I'll take down NBC. Oh, I'll take down Bravo. People are protecting me. And if it's the last thing I'll do, I'll go after Kyle. And when she said that, she was like, Lisa. She tried to do the Kyle thing to Lisa. Now, Lisa, like, she kept over talking her. Yeah, I definitely think Kathy has a resentment towards Kyle. I don't know if it's because of her looks, because of her life. I don't know what it is, but there is just a general resentment towards Kyle that Kathy has, and I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe she got more attention from her mom. I don't know what it is. But we've been picking up on the energy. I've been picking up on it since the start of Kathy coming on. What was I going to say? Yeah, so Lisa was saying all those things like, yeah, you were talking about, oh, I'm going to take them down. People are protecting me. I'm going to go after Kyle. It's the last thing I do. And Kyle, I'm always the one that kids get fucked up in the end. I'm always the one who gets fucking blamed in the end. And here go Kathy, talking about, I was upset, and I was venting. And, and so Lisa, of course, she keep going with her dramatics. We got to the house. And don't you remember you were throwing your glasses and banging on the wall? Like, it was so much, Kathy. You don't remember saying that? So Andy read off the information of which was allegedly told. She talking about, Dorit and Crystal, they peons. What the fuck am I doing here? They need to get rid of them. Kyle, she thinks she's all of this. I'm going to destroy her. I'm better than all these people. I believe it. Kathy Hilton is exactly what a rich white woman is up front. They're a certain way, but behind closed doors, because they're so used to everybody jumping when they say jump, that when the minute a person does it or checks them, to them it's like, how dare you? And so Um, um, Kathy, Lisa, you're gonna take a lie detector test. You want to come after me, and then she's like, you know what? I want to bring up the text message because it's not on my phone. Because guess what? It's not on my phone. I said, Kathy, you really thought you ate with that one, huh? Yo, slow ass. She really thought she ate with, well, it's not on my phone. Bitch, just because you deleted off of your thread don't mean it's not gonna be on their thread. And so Lisa, she gotta pull her phone up like, bitch, you texted me. It's on my phone. Kathy really thought she ate. She really thought she ate with that one. So of course Kyle is looking at her like, Lisa, this is my sister. Of course, I'm stuck in the middle, and I don't want to be in this position. I'm always one who gets fucked in the end. I just don't want to know. And so Lisa, like, it's none of my business. Like, it's all about you sisters. Like, and so Kathy's like, well, why didn't you say that in the moment? Why didn't you say, you could have said that in the moment, like, oh, Kathy, that's your sister. Which, you saying that lets us know, Kathy, you were saying some shit about Kyle. Because what other reason would Lisa need to say those things if you weren't saying no shit about Kyle? Like, you really snitched on yourself. So, of course, Garcelle, I'm like, well, like, Lisa, if that's your friend, like, drop it. Like, when are you going to drop it? And she's like, at this moment right now, I'm going to drop it. This is no longer my fight. Like, y'all need to deal with it. So Kathy and Kyle look at each other, and she's like, what is it? Like, what are you expecting from me? Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And Kathy's like, we're not going to talk about it. And she's like, no, what is it? It's like, I don't know. Kathy keeps putting these, like, I don't know, like, delegating these things to Kyle. Like, you're mad at Kyle for not doing the things that you're not telling her that you need for her to do. Like, you just, like you say, you put these things in your head and you expect Kyle to do them, but how the fuck is Kyle supposed to know to do them if you're not telling her? Like, Kathy's creating a plan and Kyle's not in on the plan. So then when shit don't go like it's supposed to, in Kathy's mind, she's ready to blame Kyle, and Kyle's like, what the fuck? Like, she's got whiplash. She's confused. So Kyle, of course, is like, my family, and I just hate it because when we are into it, like, Paris Hilton, she's liking, shit about Kathy and Kyle. And, it's fucked up. It's a messed up situation. Kathy is a vile woman behind the scenes, you can tell. So then when Erika get into it, when Erika, when she brought her shit up, when they're like, well, what did you hear? I believe because the way Erika took that big ass sigh was like, do I really want to say this shit? She went... Erika was like, here we go. She was like, I heard Kathy come back from the DJ people talking about you old effing, and walked off. And here goes Kathy. I would never. I don't even speak like that. People who know me know I don't speak like that. But she's like, you spoke like that night. And she's like, well, nobody else heard it. She's like, well, because you said it to me. And so I believe Kathy said it. I definitely do. You want to talk about, people don't know me speak that way. People don't know you speak that way yet. Like, that's the thing. You say whatever shit you say in front of the people you feel like you can say it to. Point blank, period. Or when you're upset, probably drunk, probably off the pills and the liquor, and you're saying shit, and that's probably what happened that night. But yeah, Andy looked at her like, another one? Like, another one of you hoes? Okay. So Kyle, of course, is like, oh, I've never heard Kathy say nothing like that. And Kyle's like, which Kathy's like expecting Kyle to defend her. But like, I think Kyle low-key can't sit there and stand up and be like, I know my sister, she would never, because at the end of the day, Kyle knows Kathy has been saying shit about her. Deep down, Kyle knows Kathy, like, she's like, I feel like you hate me or something. Like, that's what she said, like, when they met at the house. And so she got upset because after Kathy apologized to Kyle, she's like, you wanted me to apologize to Lisa. Now, here's the thing. Kathy definitely need to apologize to Lisa for shit, okay? Let me tell you that much. Lisa talking about, I was abused, Andy. Like, I was in a moment, like, I was just tortured. I saw the devil. What? The devil? Really, Lisa? Is that what we're doing? The devil? You saw the devil, bitch? Okay. Like, you scared of Kathy, old ass Kathy. Lisa was putting 20 on 10 in every moment. Do I believe half of the shit that she said, Kathy said? Yep. but she definitely is adding some exaggeration. Now you're gonna get cancer. These are secrets I'm gonna die with. That's what you're saying now, Lisa. So what else happened? Kyle's still crying. You know, she wants to fix it. She turned to talk to Kathy, and then Dorit said something. She's like, you know what, Dorit, I don't need you to say anything right now. Dorit was like, well, shit, I'm trying to help you move this shit along. And what Kyle did to Dorit is what the fuck Kyle should have been doing to Lisa the whole time. Bitch, shut your ass up before I get to talking shit about you. I got it, ma'am. I understand. Like, she should have told Lisa, bitch, if you want to be my friend, then shut up. And it's like, understood that, like, Kyle didn't want to know anything about what Kathy said because she knew from that point she was not going to be able to, like, look her sister the same probably. And at the end of the day, she wants to keep a relationship with her sister after, obviously, their mom passing. But, Kyle's looking at Kathy, and all Kathy can give her is like, oh, this, oh, you know, I wanted this, I wanted that. And Kyle, you're acting like some type of martyr as if, you know, I didn't get hurt too. And it's like, Kathy, yeah, this shit came out about you. Do I believe Erika's team has something to do with it? Yes. Lisa's too. Lisa would talk about, oh, when I got back, TMZ had called me, you know, because obviously people in the club saw it. Like, I do agree, like, people in the club probably saw them in the background, you know, was like, oh, shit, bitch, I was there, and Kathy had a whole ass blow up. You know, so did TMZ probably reach out to her first? Yeah, but the other information, yeah, nah, Lisa, that was you, bitch. That was definitely either you or Erika. So now at this point, you know, Kathy, you know, she heads out, and Kyle's like, I know it's done. Like, I know it's over between me and my sister. Like, I'm trying to leave it in a better spot, and I just know I can tell. And so, it's time for them to do the toast, and Kyle is just in a fucking wreck. And it's like, Kyle, get your shit together, bitch. And he's like, what do you want to do? And so they get to the end. It's time for the toast. Everybody says they're like positives and negatives or whatever. And Kyle puts her hand up when everybody else is toasting with a drink. It was so awkward as hell. Kyle goes to the back. Dorit goes to check it on her. Was like, baby, look, like, I was just trying to help. Like, I've known you and your sister. Y'all are sisters to me. Like, there clearly is something going on in y'all's relationship that y'all need to fix. And she was like, but, you know, my sister's been doing this a long time. And it has, Kathy, you can tell, has been beating down on Kyle a long time, which is why I feel like she couldn't control her emotions. But at this point, Kyle, you might have to hit Kathy back where it hurt. Like, to teach her, you teach people how to treat you. And Dory said it best, like, you know, if she wants to do that, like, that's not on you. Like, if she wants to constantly put, you know, other people's, you know, wrongs on you, like, you can't do anything about that, you know, but you can try to fix it, you know, later on. Kyle just steady fucking crying. They don't see each other till BravoCon. I don't know if they made it to the wedding or not. I guess we'll see next season. But overall, you guys, you know, we had a good season. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Crystal crazy ass lying about the Sutton situation. Sutton, she was there just looking like a pink flower, just there for no reason. Let's get rid of Dorit and Lisa. Lisa is entertaining, but she's pissed. Like, she's a good, I guess, devil, but like we can use another one. Like, Lisa just at this point is just doing too much. Put her on pause, like she asked for Andy. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Oh, bitch, no. When she tried to throw out that shit to Erika about her fashion. Oh, well, you're the one who had the coat and the Gucci bag. She's like, yeah, I bought those things. Matter of fact, in Colorado. She's like, look at you trying to deflect from look at you trying to defend yourself. Then she got on Lisa. I'm like, Lisa, you know, you're the biggest bully in Hollywood. Like, we know you have problems. Lisa's like, oh, what problems? I don't know, but you have them. Like, Kathy definitely was trying to deflect for sure. Just throwing out shit. Just seeing whatever would stick. Because, bitch, I need y'all not to look over here. Not at me. I'm Kathy Hilton. She's like, I'm Kathy Hilton. You know, my reputation is sterling. Erika said, well, not right now it ain't, bitch. Not right now it ain't. Girl, Kathy, we's on that ass. And you lucky your last name is Hilton. That is the only thing that is saving you. The fact that your last name is Hilton. Point blank, period. But you guys, tell me what you feel about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Do y'all believe Kathy said the shit? Do y'all feel like Lisa should get on pause? Do you guys feel a little bit sorry for Erika and her situation? And would you guys bring Sutton back to be, you know, the duo with Garcelle? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure to follow my Instagram and Twitter. And I will catch you guys later. Bye.